TNA's Homeless. Yeah, TNA is no longer going to be competing in the Impact Zone. They are practically homeless. They have nowhere else to go. And it's only been a few days since we've gone to the new year, and things are really looking bad for TNA. So, yeah, wow. For those who don't know, I made a video that I later took down that talked about 2014 is going to be a good year for WWE and TNA. I think after just being in the new year for 7 days and finding out TNA is homeless now, I think that's a pretty good definite yes that TNA is not going to have a good year. TNA, for those who don't know also, they went on the road hoping that they could get a lot of money if they leave the Impact Zone and make a lot of money on the road, visiting these cities, these towns, where they can perform and make money. Things didn't go according to plan. TNA lost a lot more money going on the road than they did making money. So when they came back to the Impact Zone, they were only there for a few weeks. They could not stay there permanently, so they had to make a lot of tapings so they can have it be shown on Spike TV for Impact Wrestling. And I gotta tell you, I kind of am disappointed how TNA had to go back to the Impact Zone after failing on the road and only finding out that they're not going to be there forever now. They're just going to be there for a few weeks. And, I'm also disappointed that when I found out that as soon as TNA finished their tour in Europe, where they're going to come back in late February, that they're not going to have any place to go. I mean, I'm sure TNA are going to try to find a place to stay, but where? Where could they go? I mean, someone suggested that they could go to the old asylum. They can go back to the old asylum. And honestly, I agree. They could go back there. I mean, it's probably the only place they can go. And what better way to come back than to go back home and to the original place where Impact TNA began and start everything from scratch. Try to fix everything slowly and hope that the asylum will not cost too much to stay there than it was everywhere else they went. So I'm really hoping TNA does do something soon, because I mean, if the asylum doesn't take them back, then where could they go? And I keep thinking, could this be WWE's opportunity to take TNA? I doubt it. But then again, I mean, if WWE and TNA make some kind of deal, they can perform in any of the places WWE owns that they can compete in. So I think that may be their only chance. But like I said, I think the Asylum is a perfect place for TNA, and it's probably the only place where they can go to go back and compete in. So we're gonna have to wait and find out what happens as the weeks go by. And I'm hoping that nothing happens to TNA over the next few days, okay? I really hope nothing happens. Because after losing AJ Styles, after losing Jeff Jarrett, after losing so many wrestlers, after losing a lot of their employees, after failing on the road, after failing at Bound for Glory, after cutting back on all their pay-per-views, and now having all the rest of the pay-per-views going to be a special on TV. And now with this, I am really, really hoping things go well for TNA, because if they take one more hit, I think that could be the end of TNA. So, here's hoping, people. Here's hoping.